Welcome to Top 10 South Africa, the channel where we celebrate the beauty, culture, history, and heritage of our incredible nation. Today we are taking a powerful and eye-opening journey through the top 10 best museums in South Africa. Places that preserve our stories, honor our struggles, celebrate our creativity, and remind us where we come from. South Africa is a land of deep history, diverse cultures, and a past filled with both pain and extraordinary triumph. And our museums bring all of this to life. Before we get started, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share it with friends, and if you really want to support the channel, please watch the ads. It helps me grow and continue bringing you high-quality content every week. Now let's explore the powerful stories these museums carry. Number 10. Origin Center, Wits University. We begin our journey at number 10 with the fascinating Origin Center at Wits University in Johannesburg, a museum that takes you back to the very beginning of humankind. This museum is dedicated to exploring the origins of modern humans, our ancient ancestors, and the remarkable rock art traditions of Southern Africa. Walking through its galleries feels like traveling through hundreds of thousands of years in a single building. You'll see early stone tools, ancient artifacts, fossil casts, interactive displays, and stunning sand rock art interpretations that reveal the spiritual depth and artistic brilliance of Africa's earliest inhabitants. What makes the Origin Center so special is its ability to remind us that Africa is not just another continent. It is the birthplace of humanity. Everything about this museum is designed to spark curiosity, challenge assumptions, and bring history to life in a way that is immersive, emotional, and unforgettable. As you move from gallery to gallery, you can't help but feel a profound connection to the past, imagining the lives of people who walked this land tens of thousands of years ago. The museum also encourages reflection on how far humanity has come, and yet how deeply our roots remain intertwined with Africa. By the time you leave, you carry with you a sense of awe, wonder, and a newfound appreciation for the incredible story of human evolution. Number 9, Iziko Museums, Cape Town. At number 9, we have the legendary Iziko Museums in Cape Town, a whole network of museums that together tell the story of South Africa's natural history, social history, maritime heritage, and artistic development. The most popular among them include the Iziko South African Museum, the Slave Lodge, the MOCAA Museum, and the South African National Gallery. Each of these spaces carries its own unique story. The Slave Lodge, for example, takes visitors into the painful realities of slavery at the Cape, a history often hidden or forgotten. The National Gallery showcases brilliant works of art that reflect South Africa's diverse cultural voices, struggles, and triumphs. The Maritime and Natural History exhibits reveal ancient fossils, dinosaur skeletons, sea creatures, and geological wonders. Iziko Museums are not just buildings. They are guardians of Cape Town's layered history, offering visitors a deep and multifaceted understanding of the city's past and present. Walking through the Iziko Museums, you feel a sense of time stretching across centuries, with every artifact and artwork telling a story that connects the past to the present. The museums also foster a deep appreciation for the creativity, resilience, and complexity of South Africa's people and cultures. By the end of your visit, you leave with both knowledge and inspiration, carrying a richer understanding of the forces that shape this incredible country. Number 8, Rupert Museum, Stellenbosch. At number 8 sits the elegant Rupert Museum in Stellenbosch, an exquisite space dedicated to celebrating South African modern art. The museum houses one of the most impressive private art collections in the country, featuring works from renowned local artists such as Irma Stern, Maggie Lobser, J.H. Pierneef, and Alexis Preller. Every room is meticulously curated, filled with paintings, sculptures, tapestries, and installations that reflect South Africa's artistic evolution. The Rupert Museum stands out for its calm, intimate atmosphere and its commitment to preserving the creativity and brilliance of South African artists. The building itself is beautifully designed, with large windows, soft lighting, and tranquil surroundings that make the art feel even more alive. It's the kind of museum that inspires reflection and reminds visitors of the power of creativity to tell stories, capture emotion, and preserve culture. As you move from one gallery to the next, you notice the subtle dialogues between artworks, the way colors, shapes, and textures converse across time and space. Number 7, Pretoria Art Museum. Pretoria. Coming in at number 7 is the Pretoria Art Museum, a pillar of South Africa's artistic heritage located in the capital city. This museum offers an impressive collection of both historical and contemporary South African art, spanning eras of colonial influence, apartheid resistance, and post-democratic creativity. Its galleries are filled with iconic pieces that explore identity, land, struggle, culture, and transformation. What makes the Pretoria Art Museum so special is its dedication to showcasing South African artists alongside global influences, creating a dialogue between different styles, movements, and perspectives. Whether you're an art enthusiast, a student, or simply someone seeking inspiration, this museum offers an immersive journey through the country's creativity and social evolution. The quiet beauty of its galleries and the depth of the works displayed make it a cultural treasure of the capital. As you wander through its halls, you can feel the stories of the artists woven into every brushstroke and sculpture, each piece reflecting a unique perspective on South Africa's past and present. The museum also provides moments of quiet contemplation, inviting visitors to reflect on the complexities of culture, identity, and resilience. By the end of your visit, you leave not only with admiration for the art, but with a deeper appreciation for the voices and visions that continue to shape South African society. Number 6, Zeitz MOCAA Museum, Cape Town. At number 6, we arrive at the monumental Zeitz Museum of Contemporary Art Africa, better known as Zeitz MOCAA, located at the V&A waterfront in Cape Town. This is the largest museum of contemporary African art in the world, housed inside a breathtakingly converted grain silo. Stepping inside Zeitz MOCAA feels like entering a futuristic cathedral of African art. Towering concrete cylinders carved into cathedral-like spaces. Brilliant exhibitions spanning photography, sculpture, performance art, textile pieces, and cutting-edge installations. The museum represents modern African expression in all its power, diversity, and boldness. Every floor tells different stories: identity, politics, joy, pain, innovation, and the ever-changing African experience. It is a celebration of present-day creativity, a platform for modern African artists to shine globally, and an architectural marvel that alone is worth the visit. Walking through the soaring galleries, you are struck not only by the creativity on display, but by the way the space itself interacts with the art, enhancing its impact. The museum invites reflection, discussion, and wonder, making every visit a personal journey through contemporary African thought and expression. By the time you leave, Zeitz MOCAA leaves you inspired, having experienced the power of art to transform, challenge, and connect us across time and culture. Number 5, Hector Pieterson Museum, Soweto. At number 5 is the emotional and deeply important Hector Pieterson Museum in Soweto, a museum that tells the story of the 1976 Soweto uprising, one of the most defining moments in South Africa's struggle for freedom. Named after 12-year-old Hector Pieterson, who became the tragic symbol of the uprising after being shot during the peaceful student protest, this museum honors the bravery, pain, and sacrifice of South Africa's youth. Inside, visitors are taken on a powerful journey through photographs, videos, personal accounts, and exhibits that recreate the atmosphere of June 16, 1976. The museum stands right next to the site where Hector was shot, giving the experience a haunting authenticity. This is not a museum you walk through quietly. It is one you feel deeply. Every exhibit is a reminder of resilience, highlighting the strength and determination of a generation that refused to be silenced. By the end, visitors leave with a profound respect for the sacrifices made and a renewed commitment to justice, equality, and the power of youth to shape the future. Number 4, Mandela House, Soweto. Number 4 brings us to the world-famous Mandela House on Vilakazi Street in Soweto, the former home of Nelson Mandela and a living symbol of South Africa's struggle for liberation. This humble red brick house stands preserved as it was during Mandela's early life in Soweto, containing photographs, awards, clothing, and personal items that tell the intimate story of his journey from ordinary man to global icon. Walking through the narrow rooms, you feel the presence of history, the footsteps of Mandela, the struggles of the community, and the resilience of a people fighting for justice. The house also contextualizes the broader liberation movement, highlighting the sacrifices made by families, neighbors, and activists throughout the apartheid era. Mandela House is small, but its story is enormous, making it one of South Africa's most meaningful heritage sites. Number 3. Constitution Hill, Johannesburg. At number 3 is Constitution Hill in Johannesburg, a place that embodies both the darkest chapters of South Africa's past and the extraordinary triumph of its democracy. This site was once a notorious prison complex where activists, political leaders, and thousands of ordinary citizens were detained under brutal apartheid laws. Today it stands as a museum, a court, and a symbol of rebirth, home to South Africa's Constitutional Court, the highest guardian of human rights in the nation. Constitution Hill features several museum sections, including the Old Fort, the Women's Jail, and the Number 4 Prison, each filled with personal stories, photographs, and artifacts that reveal the harsh realities once endured here. Yet standing beside these haunting reminders is the bright symbolic architecture of the Constitutional Court, built with the aim of justice, freedom, and dignity. Constitution Hill is powerful because it shows both the pain of where we've been and the hope of where we're going. Walking through the grounds, you are constantly reminded of the resilience and courage of those who fought for justice, from imprisoned activists to everyday citizens. The juxtaposition of old prison walls with the modern court's glass and light-filled spaces creates a striking symbol of transformation and possibility. By the time you leave, Constitution Hill leaves you with a profound sense of reflection, respect, and hope for the enduring strength of democracy in South Africa. Number 2. District 6 Museum, Cape Town. At number 2, we find one of the most emotionally moving museums in the country, the District 6 Museum in Cape Town. This museum tells the heart-wrenching story of District 6, a vibrant, multicultural neighborhood that was destroyed under apartheid's forced removals. Through photographs, maps, handwritten notes, recorded testimonies, personal belongings, and art installations, the museum recreates the life that once existed there. The music, the families, the friendships, the laughter, and the unimaginable pain that came when thousands were uprooted from their homes. What sets this museum apart is its personal touch. Many of its exhibits were created by former residents themselves, making it feel intimate, authentic, and deeply human. You don't just learn history here, you feel it. The District 6 Museum stands as a reminder of how easily communities can be destroyed and how important it is to remember the past with honesty, empathy, and respect. As you walk through the exhibits, the voices of former residents seem to echo in the hallways, telling stories of hope, loss, and resilience. Each artifact carries weight. Each photograph captures a moment in a world that was forcibly erased. By the end of your visit, the museum leaves a lasting impression, a call to honor memory, preserve culture, and cherish the communities that make a nation vibrant and alive. Number 1. The Apartheid Museum, Johannesburg. Finally, taking the number 1 spot as the best museum in South Africa is the iconic and internationally acclaimed Apartheid Museum in Johannesburg. No other museum captures the full complexity, brutality, and emotional weight of South Africa's history quite like this one. From the moment you enter, you are placed into the segregated realities of apartheid, experiencing separate entrances, identity cards, and the harsh systems that divided the country for decades. Inside, the museum takes you through a chronological journey, from the rise of apartheid, the everyday lives of people under the regime, and the resistance movements all the way to the negotiations, the release of Nelson Mandela, and the birth of a democratic nation. Its exhibits combine photographs, film footage, newspaper clippings, personal accounts, sculptures, interactive displays, and immersive installations that make you confront the past head-on. The Apartheid Museum is not just informative, it is transformative. It reminds us of the power of resilience, the importance of justice, and the need to protect the democracy so many fought and died for. It is, without question, the most powerful museum experience in the country. And there you have it. Thank you so much for watching Top 10 South Africa. If you enjoyed this journey through our country's most important museums, please like, subscribe, drop a comment, and share this video with others who might find it meaningful. And please consider watching the ads. It helps support the channel so I can continue bringing you more videos every week. Let me know in the comments which museum you visited, which one surprised you the most, or which you think deserves a spot on the next list. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and I'll see you again soon.